So I've got a review video for you guys. Review video with a difference. We're going to be taking a look at the STX Cell 6 and the Maverik M6. So both these gloves are at very, very similar price points, if not the same price point. I've got to say that, these gloves have been out for a little bit, not too long, but aesthetically, here we go, the Cell 6, it doesn't look that different from, I'm going to pop it on, Cell 5. Considering it's like the new version, I look at the two of these gloves and I'm not really seeing or feeling a huge difference. I'm really not. And one thing I will say about these, for a, what have we got on? The 13-inch to size large, I think I'm just a 14-inch glove in the Cell line. I always thought the Cell line had kind of like quite long fingers in a glove, but I'm putting these on, and I think I'd just be a 14-inch. Because when I close my hands, just feel, you can see it there. I haven't got massive hands, I'm like 6'1", right? And I've got like normal size hands for a guy my height. And I just feel like when you close your hands, your fingertips are just popping out of that end bit there, the vented kind of fingertip. So let's get the right size for me, right? So I'm gonna put a 14-inch glove on. And I don't have a 14-inch Cell 5 to hand. These are on sale, by the way, on the website, and there's extra discount on the Black Friday event at the moment, which ends Cyber Monday at midnight. So go and grab a pair while they're on sale, because I've always loved STX, and I don't want to sound like I'm hating on them, but the Cell 6 just isn't different enough from the Cell 5 for me. And these are definitely a better fit, I think, for me. So probably a 14-inch. And what I tend to find sometimes when you put 14-inch gloves on is that they feel, okay in the hand, but it's the pinky that's usually kind of like, there's a bagginess in the end. But, these are a good fit for 14. And, I like them, but I don't love them. And, when you consider that the previous model is on sale, and I'm sure it's on sale at like every retailer, that's just, it's a good buy. When you look at those, I guess unless you're getting the latest custom team gloves, then you're going to go for the Cell 6. But between the two, there just isn't enough differences. And I could go through all the features on this glove, but basically look at the review of this glove, because it's damn near the same. They do say, let's have a look, new expanded fit profile for enhanced comfort and flexibility. Oh, sorry guys, I just can't feel it. I can't feel the difference. So, Cell 6 is pretty much the Cell 5. So let's lose this Cell 5, okay? Now, let's have a look at the M6. Now, I can't compare an M6 to an M5 because I'm pretty sure we are completely out of stock of M5s. The M series has always been a popular glove. And I've got to say, from just putting these on, this is a comfortable glove. I think it is slightly more comfortable than the Cell line. Now, it's weird because when I did the review of the M5, I found it so tight to get my hand in. Those of you who watched the videos, I couldn't get my hand in the glove. It took ages to force it in. And it just didn't feel like a good fit. I'm going to just take this one off for a minute to point some features out on this M6. So, M6 visually, it just looks like a different glove from the M5. Very similar cut, but the venting's a bit different on the back here. I really like this vent actually, because it's just like a clear vent. You can see my hand in there. So it's going to allow for breathability. You've got these kind of vented palms. Again, not going to get sweaty paws in this glove. And I like the overall fit of this glove. But again, when I close my hands up, I just feel, you can see there, that's my finger. Like I say, I've not got abnormally large hands for a guy of my height. I've got normal size hands. And unfortunately, this glove does not come in a 14-inch, doesn't come in an XL. So if you're a bigger guy, you might just find that the M6 is a little bit too snug. I mean, it's a shame because the rest of this glove, I really like it. I like the fingers, I like maneuverability, I really like the thumb. It's not as kind of wide a thumb as you find on, just grab the glove. Not quite as wide. Can't really tell there, but it is a little bit wider, the thumb on the Cell 6. And, the kind of thumb kind of comes over a little bit more, I feel, as well. And I just feel like this is a more kind of broken in from new glove. And aesthetically, it looks different from the M5. This kind of like vented kind of material they've used on the glove. It's a nice looking glove. Again, it's just it's a little bit too snug for me. Now, I can't think that, athletes are getting smaller. If anything, there's bigger guys playing lacrosse than ever before. And, you look at here, not a lot of information on the hang tag with Maverik products. Connect palm, flow cool vent, traditional fit. Doesn't tell you a lot. But, when you try these gloves on, I'm going to get the one on my right hand just to make sure that I haven't got abnormally long left-handed fingers. But that'd be weird, wouldn't it? Just having like really long fingers. But again, same thing. I close my hand up and you can just see there. If these came in an XL, I think for the price, these are I don't like saying it because I've always been like an STX, guy really. A lot of the gloves I've worn in 34 years of playing, a lot of them have been STX. Gloves I use currently are actually Maverik gloves. But these are just, again, too short in the fingers. If it came in an XL and I had to keep within a certain price point and the toss-up was between, where are they? The M6 and the Cell 6. I think purely on the fact that these come in a 14, I'd have to go for these. If these came in a 14, I think I'd be buying these. It's a nice glove. It feels really broken in. I think it is a cool looking glove. It's got some really nice features to it. Aesthetically, it's probably a nicer glove than the Cell 6. I do like this vent here. And I like the fact that it's not like a hard plastic. This plastic here, they use on this little bit here, this little shape here for that vent. It's a little bit softer, so it's not going to crack if it does take a big check. The palms are nicely vented, so, if you are playing on a hot day, not that you will in the UK, but it's never nice to have kind of like super sweaty hands. And I do like the fact that on this glove, it's got this kind of like stretchy bit here. So, the gloves, on the palm, it's quite kind of tight fitting, but it does allow that kind of movement because this piece here is a little bit stretchier. So if you're looking at a pair of gloves and you kind of, you're stuck at that kind of price point, M6, unless you've got larger hands, I'd say if you're kind of like, if you're 6 foot and under, 13 is usually fine, unless you've got like weird giant hands. If you're over 6 foot and you've got, reasonably sized hands, again, the Cell 6 come in that 14 inch. And it's weird because there just seems to be so many size variants of gloves now. And I get it, they're trying to cater for lots of people, but 13 inch gloves just seems to be getting tighter and tighter and tighter. But I really do like this glove. It is a nice glove. It's just a shame it doesn't come in 14 inch. Whether Maverik decide to bring out a 14 inch later down the line, probably unlikely, but I would say that it would probably be a smart move to come out with a 14 inch glove in the M6. But between the two gloves, I don't think it's a clear winner because M6, really, really like it. Personally, bigger guy, you'd probably go with the Cell 6. It's just a shame that there aren't more kind of features that are different from the previous model. I think that's the one thing that kind of lets the the Cell 6 down, you know, and if they've got the size and the colour you want in a Cell 5, you know, and your purchase is kind of price sensitive, Cell 5s are on sale. So, you know, I don't think there's a clear winner here on this review, but, you know, both nice gloves, I just don't think that these stand out, the Cell 6. These do stand out. They're just too small for me. So, I hope that this review helps in some way, but, you know, there's no real clear winner.